I had a client once who came aboard for a session, and she said she was very uncomfortable, and she said, sailing makes me really scared. I'm really afraid of sailing. And so we talked. I said, well, hang on a second. Your fear is welcome. Your fear is welcome. Thank you for expressing that you have this feeling. I asked, what's the thought behind it? Well, the thought driving the feeling was, in this case, when I'm on a sailboat, I feel I'm out of control. I don't have control of my surroundings. That's the thought that drove the feeling. The feeling was fear. I said, what's really the feeling? Because it's not sailing. She goes, what do you mean? Yes, it is. It's sailing. I said, no. That's the superficial fear. What I've learned and what I coach, this is before energy healing even starts. But in order to have successful healing, we have to understand what it is that we're actually wanting to heal. And the root of the fear is not sailing. The root of the fear was not being in control, but beneath that it was, what happens when I'm not in control? When I'm not in control, I don't feel safe. Well, what happens when you don't feel safe? When I don't feel safe, I freeze, I get terrified, and I think that actually, on some level, I could be hurt. I could physically be harmed. I could be emotionally scarred. I could actually be hurt to the level of I could be dead. And so this gets stored in the body, this gets stored in the mind, and this gets stored in the soul, and it's always from previous life experiences, childhood trauma, could be bullying at school, could be parental abuse, could be physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and it could also be from past life experience. So what I do as an energy healer, I do not fix the fear. Let's just be clear with that. I do not have that power. But what I do is I've been given the gift as a shamanic energy healer. I have the gift to bridge between worlds, and I help that fear to be removed. I do not ever say to people, and it's never worked for me in all of my healing, when people say, Stu, just let it go. How do I let go of fear? I've tried, it just doesn't work. So I never use that languaging. The language is so important. Let that stuff go, Stu. No. So I never say that to my clients. I know that they can't let it go. If they would, they wouldn't be here with me. Okay? So I embrace and I appreciate when someone actually admits fear. It is one of the most courageous things. So what do we do with that fear? I don't do anything. I just hold the space. And I call in the angels and the helpers and the infinite realm that delivers this amazing healing ability. The universal life force, we'll call it. It works for all religions, for all spiritual paths. It is the bright white light essence of God and healing. Whatever God is, I work with all of them, for whoever my clients are. And so what do we do with this fear? Just like a surgeon, that fear gets literally removed. So I call it a fear-ectomy procedure. We're not working on the fear. I never tell people, you better work on the fear. You better work on overcoming fear. No. That might work for some people. Maybe competitive athletes have the ability to overcome fear. Maybe some people do, but my clients don't, and I didn't. So what I do is I perform what's called a fear-ectomy, and the fear literally gets removed. And that fear is what's blocking that channel, that spiritual channel between someone's heart, someone's soul, and Creator and God. And so when fear gets removed in an energy healing session, I literally see weight fall off their shoulders energetically. And then I watch some of these clients, many of these clients have actual issues with body weight, body mass, excessive fat. And they've been trying to lose weight and they're on diet. I watch after these sessions, and it's usually a series of sessions that works for this. It takes time, it takes a process. But I watch this body weight just fall off. I see miracles every day in my practice. If you're suffering from fear, financial fear, relationship fear, post-traumatic fear, I'm of service. I'd be happy to talk with you and see if I can be of service.